Hi there, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ezekiel, and on today's tutorial, we are going to go to the NSFAS portal and see on how we can apply for NSFAS. So the question might be who might apply for NSFAS. You can apply for NSFAS if you have passed your matric, if uh, you have passed your matric, and then you have a desire to further your studies to higher institutions like university and college, you then can apply. And also, if you are an individual who is currently doing their grade 12, currently you are in a class doing your grade 12, so you can also apply for the year 2025, which is the academic year. So since that is the case about who may apply, there might be a question also to say what are the requirements of NSFAS. So the requirements of NSFAS is that you must be a South African citizen in a position of ID book or ID card, and also you must have been applied to the higher institutions, and you are now waiting for admission from the high institutions. And then another requirement is that your household income, it must be less than 250,000 for a normal person, and for a person with disability it must be less than 600,000. So that are the requirements of NSFAS. So someone might come and ask a question and say, what does the NSFAS bursary covers? The NSFAS bursary the NSFAS bursary covers your registration fees, it covers your tuition fees, it covers your food allowance, it covers your accommodation, it covers your learning materials and travel, if also that one is also part of the covers. It's also the package of what NSFAS covers. So also there might be a question that someone asks and say, who might not apply for NSFAS? You might not apply for NSFAS if you actually doing your if you are doing your postgraduate qualifications. You won't qualify for a bursary but for a loan. So then also, who may reapply? You can reapply for NSFAS if you have dropped out, uh, and also if you have deregistered your modules, and then now you want to continue with your studies, you can then reapply for NSFAS. And also, if you are changing from one institution to another, for example, if you are changing from college to varsity, you can then reapply for NSFAS. So since that is the case, also note that NSFAS does not cover individuals who are gonna study to the private institutions. NSFAS does not cover such kind of qualifications. So also, if you are doing a qualification that it is not actually according to the South African qualification framework, NSFAS will not cover you. And also, if you are doing a qualification that does not comply with the requirements of Department of Higher Education and Training. So since this is the case, we then have to go to the NSFAS portal and see on how we can then apply for NSFAS. So since that is the case, Since that is the case, you will then be directed to this page. You will go to your browser app, and when you are on your browser app, you type the word NSFAS. Then after typing the word NSFAS, after typing the word NSFAS, then you click enter, and then it's gonna direct you to this page. To this page. So when you are directed to this page, you will find these options here. These options. You see, the first one, it is login details. It says login here, and then it says create profile, and then it says forget password. So if you've already created your account with NSFAS, if you've already signed up with NSFAS, you can come here and then you log in. And if you have not created your account with NSFAS, then you will have to come to profile, create your profile. So you click on create your profile like I did. Then after that, you will then have to fill up your information. So here it says first name, then you select your first name based on according to the way they are displayed on your ID book. So you then type your name here, your first name. Let me just say Tawang, your first name. Tawang. Then after typing your first name as Tawang, you go to another the last name. You also type your other name if you have two names, like let's say Dudu. Let's just say Dudu. Then you come and then you enter your ID number. Then after entering your ID number like this, then you come here. It asks you a question and say, are you married? You say no, I'm not married. Then if you're married, you say yes. So, and then are you disabled? Make sure that those questions with asterisk are all of them answered as required. So it says, are you disabled? Do you have any disability? If yes, you click on yes, and if no, you click on no. And if you have a disability, you will be required to fill up some disability annexure form, disability annexure A form, and after filling up that form, you will then have to come, you upload it, and after uploading it, you are after scanning it, you are gonna upload it to the application process here. So on the website, you will have that disability annexure A form. Then you download it. Then after downloading it, then you are gonna print it out. After printing out, you sign it, and then after filling it up, and then you come, you upload it, and then it's going to be submitted together with the application. So now we have erase here. You click on erase. After clicking on erase, then you will have to select your race from these options. So in our case, we select African. So after selecting African like this, we come to another one. It says select province. So you will select from these provinces, which one are you staying at. Are you at Eastern Cape? Are you at Free State? Are you at Gauteng? Are you at KwaZulu-Natal? Are you at Limpopo? Are you at Mpumalanga? So in my case, I'm in Gauteng, and I'm typing Gauteng. So after that is the case, you go, and then now you are gonna fill up your email address. And if you have not created any of email address, then you'll have to go and create email address. And after creating an email address, you will come here, and after coming here, you are gonna now fill up your email address here. you are now gonna fill up your email address here. Yes, that is your email address, and after your email address you come here, you select your cell phone number. You come here, you select your cell phone number, because bear in mind that this cell phone number will be used in the communication. NSFAS will be able to contact you using your cell phone number. So you must make sure that this cell phone number will be active from now until the rest of your study period. And also this email, it is the email that NSFAS will then reach you using this email address. So you must make sure that this is the email address that will stay longer until you complete your qualification. So since that's the case, you come here and then you click on terms and conditions. You go through them, you read, you understand. After that, you click here on this checkbox here. You select the checkbox, and after selecting the checkbox, you scroll down. You come here to fill up your password. So filling up your password, you must have one lower uppercase, and then you must have one capital letters. You must have at least one number so that your password can be strong. So for example, you must start with you must start with a capital letter. Let me just set this. Start with the capital letter T. After the capital letter D, it will be followed by small letter V, E, T, at 24. So here it is my password. So let's fill it. Let's also fill it here. 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 So yeah, you can see this is our password. You can see how is it. It's a capital letter D followed by 3 small letters, which is TVET at 24, which is T, capital letter T, followed by small letter V, small letter E, small letter T, small, and then it is also we added at, and then it's at 24. So also here the password must be the same. So this is the kind of password examples which you can follow and then make the right password, the strong required password. So then after that you come here, you click on I'm not a robot. So after clicking on I'm not a robot, and then let's go to another step. Let's go to another step. And on your password, you must make sure that your password it has about 8 characters and more. It must have 8 and more. So yeah, and then you click on proceed to apply. You click on proceed, then after clicking on proceed like this, it's then gonna direct you to another page where it will send you a code. So on that code you will be required to they will send you a code on the numbers which you have inserted here or on the email. Then you fill up those code verification. After filling up this code verification, then they will send you an email to actually tell you that you have completed your logins, and then they are ready to be used. So then after that you come, and then with this login details, then you click on login. So when you are on login like this, then you come here, and when you are here, you then log in. You punch your ID number here, and then the password which we've created here, and then if it does not allow you on username to use your email address, you then can use your ID. You fill up your ID and then your password. So since that is the case, it's going to direct you to this page, and when you're on this page, here it's going to say apply. So it's going to say apply. So when it says apply, you click on it, and after clicking on this, it's gonna direct you to this page where it says, did you apply to a public university or college? So if yes, you click on yes. Yes, you must click on yes, because you must have been applied to a public university or college for you to apply for NSFAS. So you click on yes, then you click next. So after that, it's gonna now direct you to this page here. So when you are directed to this page, it's gonna say to you, well, do you prefer to apply for a bursary or you want to apply for a loan? So on my left hand side there is a bursary, and on my right hand side there is a loan. So let's start with the loan. So the person who must apply for a loan is the person whom their household income is more than 350,000 for a normal person, and for a person with disability, if your household income is more than 600,000, then you must apply for a loan. And also, if you are studying a qualification which is a postgraduate qualification, you have graduated with your undergraduate qualification and now you want to study another qualification, you can then apply for a loan. And then also if you have completed your certificate and you want to follow another certificate, you'll have to apply for loan, because bursary is not going to cover you. So about a loan, also what you must know is that if you have completed your qualification within the specified period, then the loan will be 40% of the loan, it will be transferred to a bursary. This means that you'll pay 60% of the loan, and then bear in mind that the loan you'll only pay it after you have graduated or you have left the university and you are earning an amount of 30,000 per annum, whether in a business or in an employment. So that is it about a loan. And then let's go to the side on my left hand side of a bursary. So for you to qualify for a bursary, your household income, it must be less than 350,000 for a normal person, and for a person with disability, household income, it must be less than 600,000. And then also you must be studying for a undergraduate qualification, and then you must be also studying for undergraduate qualification. So yeah, that is it. Then you select between the two, and after selecting a bursary, then you come and then you click on continue. Yes, you click on continue. But I do hope you understand this, that yes, if for a bursary, yes, your household income, it must be less than 350,000 for a normal person, and for a person with disability, it must be less than 600,000, and then that's where you qualify for a bursary. So let's click continue and see any other options. So since that is the case, you come here and then this is an introduction, NSFAS bursary agreement, terms and conditions. So you read the terms and conditions, and after reading the terms and conditions, and then you select the checkbox here, and then after selecting the checkbox, then you click on accept. So after clicking on accept like this, gonna direct you to this page where it asks you that are you disabled, do you have any disabilities? If you have any disabilities, you say yes. If you don't have any disability, you say no. And bear in mind that when you say yes, you will be required to fill the disability annexure A form, and then after filling it, and then you will have to come and upload it, and then so that your application can be complete. So is your annual household income less than or equal to 350,000 before deduction? So the answer is yes. Because if you say no, just know that NSFAS is not it does not cover those who are more than 350,000 for a normal person. So you click on yes, and after that you come to academic information. So when you are on academic information, you are going to select this, then it's going to display to you which is the highest grade you have passed on NSFAS. Is obviously it's going to be grade 11 if you are now completing your matric. You are in class currently as we speak, then you click on grade 11, and then when you are in the position of your grade 12, if you have your grade 12 right now, then you click on grade 12. And then if you have a diploma also, you click on diploma, just like that. And then for which year are you applying for, and then obviously it's 2025, the year academic year 2025. So study information, then here you will select the field of your studies, then you select the field of your studies. If you have applied in education, then you click on education and training. And then if you have applied to art and design, you then click on art and design. If you have applied for health sciences and social services, you click on it, and then it's gonna be displayed just like this. And then let's go to another step. So yes, and then we come to another steps here, application funding. So these are the documents which will be required: your ID, your South African identity document, and ID of your parents, and then a court order where applicable, proof of income where applicable. Bear in mind that proof of income, if you are a SASSA recipient, there are no proof of SASSA income needed. There is no affidavit needed. Yes, so yes, vulnerable child, where applicable, marriage certificate where applicable. Yes, these are the documents which are required. Disability annexure, no affidavits which are needed. So since you are here, it says, are you married? If you are married, you say yes. If you're not married, you say no. And then are you able to provide details of your father? If you have access to your father's document, and then you can provide them, then you click on yes. And after clicking on yes, it's gonna say to you, do your father have an SA national ID? If your father has a South African ID, then you click on yes. And if your father does not have, you click on no. Then when you click on no, it's gonna request you to here fill up their passport number and their first name and their second name. And if it's an ID, SA ID, you click on yes. You will be required to fill up their ID number and their first name and their last name, just like this. Even to this one, your mother, are you able to provide your mother details? Are you able to provide the details of your mother? If you're able to provide the details of your mother, you say yes. If you cannot provide their ID number and their details, you say no. And if you said yes, then you have to come here. It asks you that your mother have an SA national ID. If she has that, you say yes. If she doesn't have, you say no. So then after that, you're gonna fill up your mother's information. If you said yes, you're gonna fill up her ID, and then you're also gonna fill up their first name and their second name. And also, are you able to provide the details of your guardian? So if you have that details of your guardian, you say yes. If you don't have, you say no. And if you say yes, they're gonna request you to fill up some passport numbers, and then some first names, and then some second name. So since that is the case, let's go to any other steps. Let's go to any other steps. So here you fill up the way I said you have to. You don't do like I did now, pressing. You don't do like this. You fill up the information of your parents as the way requested. So since that is the case, we come to this page. On this page it says, did you receive a provisional or firm or pre-enrolled offer letter from an institution? If you have received an admission letter from the university or from the college, then you say yes. And then if you didn't receive, then you say, if you didn't receive one, then you say no. So since that is the case, you click on yes. So after clicking on yes like this, it's gonna request for you to upload the NSFAS consent form, and then yes, and then you come here. You first have to come here, you download it, and after downloading it, you will print it out, and then you sign it, and then after signing it using a black pen, and then you are gonna scan it and upload it. You will come here, you click here, and after clicking on choose file, then it's going to direct you to where you can then upload. So yes, I'm just waiting for it to open for us. So it opened for us, and then you come to the file where you have saved your consent form, and then you click on it, and then you click on open. Then it's gonna do the things. So let's check the consent form. So that we can proceed. Let's check the consent form. So here it is, the consent form before our eyes. So since that is the case, it says the consent form, applicant's ID number. You click, you fill up your ID number here, and then signature of your applicant and signature, and then date of signature, the date which you have made your signature, and then to be completed by parents. Here this is for parents, so your father will click here, and then after selecting this box, and then they fill up their ID number, and then their signature here, and then the date of signature, and then also initials and surname here, and then email address here, and cell phone number here. And then for your mother also, you select this box, or if it's a guardian, she select this box, and then she fill up her ID, and then signature of your mother, and then date of the signature, initials, and then surname, and then email address, and then a cell phone number. And then yeah, for spouse, please tick the relevant box for spouse. If you have the spouse, then you click on the spouse, and then you fill up their ID number, and then their signature, the date of signature, initial, surname, and email address, and cell phone number. If you don't have the spouse, then it must be none, and then NA, none, then you leave everything as it is. So you come here, signature of an applicant, and then you sign here, and then signature, date of the signature. So we are done about a consent form. Let's go to the declaration NSFAS declaration form. So we have a declaration NSFAS form. On declaration NSFAS form, it says ID number of an applicant. You fill up the ID number of the applicant, and after that you come here, to be completed by an applicant. First names, your names the way they are appearing on your ID. You then fill up your first name here, and then your second name just here on the same block. and then after that you say name, and then after you say name, and then you come here, it says please tick the relevant box. Do I here declare? So you have to declare by ticking, by selecting from these boxes here. Number A, it says I do know my mother and I can provide her ID document or death certificate. So if you do know your mother and you can provide the ID and the death certificate, you say yes. If you cannot, you say no. So I do know my father and can provide his ID document and the death certificate. If you can provide those, you say yes. If you cannot, then you say no. So I do not know my mother and her whereabouts, and I'm independent on my guardian. So if you cannot provide your mother's details and you don't know about her, you click on yes. And then if you click on no, you click on yes, you click on the first box. I do not know my father and his whereabouts. If you don't know your father and you don't know their whereabouts, you click on yes. So since that is the case, you put your signature here and the date of signature, and then to be completed by parent, here it must be completed by parents, and then yes, it must be completed by parents. The undersigned, it is signed their full names here, and then after their full names, they select the box whether it's a father or a guardian, then their ID number, then also another parent, mother, comes here, their name, their full names filled here, and then they tick on the box whether mother or guardian, and then their ID number, and then a signature of the father here, signature of the mother here, date of the signature, and then to be completed by social worker or a school principal. So this one you have to take it to a social worker or to a school principal to fill up this section. For yes, this section is for a social worker or a principal. So yes, you have to take it to the school or to the social worker. So to be completed by a principal, so then also they do the stamp and then the signature of the applicant and date of the signature. So since that is the case, that is it about the video.